And welcome to Out and About. I'm Jeff Ondash, and today we're back at, this is my favorite interview to do every year because kicking off the holiday season, there's things synonymous with Santa Claus. You're not one of them, but your show is. Here with Todd Hancock, and he puts on, along with Maureen, who is just a sweetheart. Yes, and she couldn't be here today. Unfortunately, we get stuck with Todd. But they put on Miracle on Easy Street, and this is the greatest show in the area.
That's right. It's the greatest show on earth. It's the no business like snow business. It's become a kind of a family tradition in town. This is our 27th year. Can you believe that? You were a young man when we started this show.
I had hair.
But it's been 27 years. Easy Street's been around for 28, but our first year when we were in business, we said, let's start an annual Christmas show. And we did it at the Uptown Theater. We started over on Market Street doing Pump Boys and Dinettes. So we said, you know, for a couple of weeks, we're going to tear down the set of Pump Boys and do a Christmas show just to give people something new to watch. And we did that. Ran for a couple years there, got a little bigger, went to Stamp Auditorium, and now it's found a home at Powers for like the last 20 years or so.
And this has really grown not only in the size of the show, but the size of the cast, the length, everything.
It's actually, this year's the biggest year yet. We've got 150 people involved in the show this year. So when it's very quiet around here now, here at the Easy Street studio, but in a couple hours, there's going to be about 50 kids running around. And we've got over, I think 95 Little Rascals involved, 65 dancers, of course, us old fogey singers and musicians and things like that, but it's a big cast.
I love the way how people think that, you know, they show up at the show and they think that it just happens. You know, like this interview, like I just showed up here and it just happens, you know? It just happens. All the preparation that goes in.
Well, you know, I can't say enough about our choreographer, Megan Cleland. Not only does she come in here and holds these marathon dance rehearsals, because the dancers work the hardest in this show. I mean, everybody works hard, but the dancers have been coming since October and then just coming every weekend. Megan drives all the way back from Nashville just to come every weekend to choreograph these kids.
That's 12 hours.
So she's driving back and forth here on the weekends just to make the miracle happen. So.
Wow. And wait, really, does it go further back than October? Or is like October 1 kind of like your kickoff date?
It's you know, they had the auditions back in September. So really it started back in September. But yeah, it's a full-time job, I guess, getting this show up. And the nice thing about the dancers and the kids is that it's kind of like Easy Street's, the show anyways, become kind of like the Switzerland of Christmas shows. I mean, it's not just one dance studio. These are kids from dance studios all across the valley, and they're all coming together and working together in this one show. So it's great.
Along with the music and the theme and how it all kind of weaves together. This is one, it really is. If you, hopefully, I'm sure, I'm going to guess 90% of the people in this valley have probably seen the show.
You would hope that would be the case, but I really think that there's a lot of people out there that haven't given the show a shot just because it's from Youngstown. You know, I mean, I think that a lot of people are conditioned in this town to think that, oh, well, if a Disney show's coming through or a touring company's coming through, let's pay, you know, $60, $70, get a ticket to that, and they don't realize that there's quality stuff going on right here every year that's, you know, half the price.
Well, not only half the price, too. I think one of the biggest things to me is that, because I'm all about Youngstown, all about Ohio, and really, you are Youngstown. I mean, you've been here, you grew up here, you stayed here when you could have went on to probably prison. Oscar nominated. I was going to give you some props there. There you go. Well, you could have got the Oscar at some prison somewhere. Right. Their version of it. The soapy, I guess we'll call it.
But it is. You know, my family's, you know, I mean, my folks are from down south, but they moved up here when I was 1 year old. I've been here my whole life. Maureen Collins, her family is deeply rooted in the community here, too.
Good Italian girl that she is.
Yes. And you know, she's got a big family. So, you know, when we started this and it became popular and started catching on, we kind of told ourselves back 25 years ago, whatever, that this was a great gig. We weren't missing the Broadway end of it as much as we thought we would be, just doing our own shows right here.
Yeah, but the adulation really is at the end of the show because the crowds really do appreciate you.
They do, and you know the nice thing about it is, like I said earlier, it's become a tradition for folks. I had a call just the other day. Someone was just calling just now. They said, "Well, I got to buy my tickets." I said, "She goes, but my son's calling, so I just wanted to make sure they were on sale." I said, "Well, how old's your son?" And she goes, "Oh, well, he's away at college, but he said the first thing he wants to do is go see that Christmas show when he comes back into town. He's been seeing it since he was like 6 years old." So
the tradition just keeps going on and on.
Kids are actually the one that are like saying, "Well, we're going again, aren't we, Mom?" So it's great.
So someday 114-year-old Todd Hancock will be like to the fourth generation
It's the
family.
most wonderful time of the year, folks. I'm still here. I'll have a beard like yours, hair like yours.
I'm only 112. Come on. So let's tell me about the show, the who, what. Well, we know the who and the what, but when is it going to happen and where is it going to happen?
It is always the weekend before Christmas, which is December 18th, 19th, and 20th this year. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night we have we got kind of family-friendly hours now. We start at 7:30 on Friday. We've got 2 shows on Saturday: a matinee at 2:30 and another one at 7:30 Saturday night, and then we finish it all up with a matinee on Sunday at 2:30.
So this is a show. If you really are in the holiday spirit, this is definitely the way to spend your holiday weekend before Christmas. Come out and see the Easy Street productions of
Miracle on Easy Street at the Dior Performing Arts Center, also known as Powers Auditorium.
And some of the notables in there. Go ahead and let's give them some props.
Well, yes, Maureen Collins. I mean, everybody knows Maureen. James McClellan, along with his sister and brother Eric McClellan and Janine Williams.
Good Cheney people, I might add.
And they're like the Osmonds of Youngstown. I mean, when these 3 sing together, I mean, it's just nothing like it. We got Colleen Chance. We've got little Courtney McKay, who was our Annie a couple of years back, that just blew the roof off of Powers Auditorium. She's coming in. She's going to be singing a couple of songs, but one of them is that "Let It Go" song, the big Disney song that every kid that I'm sure that you've heard more than once. But actually, she does it justice. She's a fantastic singer. About this tall, but I'm telling you what, she's got pipes. She can blow the roof off the place. And then, the kids. I mean, we got little rascals. We got mini rascals. We got kids that are 3 years old that are making their first stage appearance. And how cool is that? Is to walk out there in front of 2,000 people and be at that beautiful Powers Auditorium, and you're 5 years old, 4 years old.
They don't know enough to be scared at that point.
And the cool thing too is we've got schools that come in, and this has become a big tradition with the local schools. This year we actually added a student performance. So we've got 2,000 people coming on Friday, 2,000 people coming on Thursday morning for these school shows. So we added another one. So we're almost sold out for the third student show. It's great.
And what I really like about this is you are really, really supporting true local artists and art in the Mahoning Valley. And it's a great show to boot. So and you're really getting your money's worth. And you're not paying the big bucks that you are for all the Disney shows and everything else. It's very affordable for the family. It is going to be, and it should be, a family tradition for you. Todd,
thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you, and I hope that prison gig goes really good for you. Please come out and see Miracle on Easy Street down at
the Dior Performing Arts Center, Powers Auditorium.
And the dates one more time.
December 18th through the 20th. You can call the Powers Auditorium box office at 744-0264 or go online at youngstownsymphony.com.
And that's where you get your tickets. Happy holidays to all. Merry Christmas. May you have a joyous and wonderful holiday season. We'll see you at Miracle on Easy Street. Take care.